Hey, how's it going? All right, in this lesson, I want to tell you a little story about my social media past. I started out in the early 2000s teaching web design, among other things, to art students and later non-art students. And I felt very comfortable with that because have been studying and I've known for a long time what makes a good website, not just for artists, but for any small business owner or whatever field you might be in. But as far as social media went, I was kind of just like lob a post here, maybe a week would go by, lob a post there on Facebook, another week would go by. My friends were following me on social media, but I wasn't getting too many strangers on board. For my Instagram account, I started it a couple of years ago, and I think I first invited friends and family, so I got maybe like 100 people or so, which is great. And you want to start exactly there with your close friends and family. But then I kind of forgot about it, and it did slowly grow on its own without me doing anything, but very little. I think a year, 2 years after setting it up, maybe I had about 700 people. Then I started to care about it a little bit. It wasn't that I wasn't posting to it every day, but I did kind of start to want to get more followers because I noticed other artists were using Instagram with much success and they had loads of followers. And I'm like, how did they do that? I started to post a little bit here and there, but again, very sporadically, like maybe every, I don't know, like once a week, every 2 weeks or so. One thing that I did gradually is I just made it a daily habit, even though it was very difficult at first, was just to post one thing a day. And I was mainly just focusing on my Facebook and my Instagram. And what usually happens after you pick up any new habit and then continue to force yourself to do it for a couple of weeks, is it became ingrained in me. And now I don't even think about it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's sort of like on autopilot. So it's gone to that part of my brain where your routines, basically, your habits, which is great. So now I have a daily habit of posting to my social media. I do my weekly newsletter for people who are subscribed to my mailing list from my website. And so I have these sort of automatic actions. It wasn't until, believe it or not, just like maybe 4 months ago that I started to care a little bit more about the number of followers that I had. From the time that I set up my Instagram account, let's say 3 years ago, till about half a year ago, I had almost 2,000 people, but it was very slow and painful. It just was never growing. My Facebook page was growing almost on its own, and now actually my Instagram has surpassed my Facebook. What did I do in the last couple of months to grow my Instagram so much that it's over 5,000? I know, again, if you look at people with 1 million followers or even 10,000 followers, it's not that big of a deal what I have. But what I've built and what I've grown is my Instagram following of people that are engaged, that like my posts, that give me comments, that sometimes turn into buyers of art prints and gifts and other things. I just had someone sign up for a social media and web course that I'm doing with Mastrius based on an Instagram post that I did 2 days ago. So it's not about the number of followers that you have, it's about the engagement and the quality of your followers. And if I just look randomly through my followers, these are very interesting, cool people. There are a bunch of artists on there. There are a lot of like coaches, spiritually minded people, people who do energy and healing work, massage therapists, just educators, humanitarians, like just a really solid bunch of people. So the only thing that I did differently in the last couple of months are the tips that I give you in this course about attracting and engaging with your ideal audience, and then kind of like letting it grow itself. By beautifying your garden, you attract butterflies. You don't go chasing after butterflies. So that's basically what I've been doing. And my goal for, I would say, the next 6 months is I'd love to get to 10,000. That would look really nice. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's not so important, but it is a personal goal of mine. So I just wanted to share that with you. I started out with no followers as well on social media, but I'm very happy with my audience and that I feel like day by day I meet and attract the kind of audience that I want to follow me on social media. I build relationships with those people. They then sometimes come to my website. So anyway, this is my thinking behind my strategies that I'm sharing with you, and I'm trying to do it in a way that I hope you can see that even if you have no following and no motivation to post every day, I'm hoping that this course will help you get your mojo going with your social media, because that is kind of like the engine that then feeds into the other things that you're doing on your website, but also in the offline world, with your newsletter, with your business, if you have a business, your services, whatever it is. All right. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.